Okay, today this is a channeled message. In this message, we'll be talking about love. We'll be talking about what we've all called love for so long. Let me just see if this is dirty. Okay, this is what I got. Twin flames, Cupid's arrow, not today, wedding rings. Twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. Not today. It's a guy like holding the phone away from his face so he can't hear. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation or a call or a person, boundaries, still angry. And then it says wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So one thing that needs to be said is that if you don't deal with your past connections, they will show up in your life in other relationships. I was going to say in other ways, in other relationships, but really I mean in your romantic life. In your life with partnerships. Okay? Marriage is a partnership. Being in a relationship is a partnership. So if your relationship does not feel like a partnership, if you don't really see this person a lot, or if you don't really talk to this person a lot, or if you don't really know, even if you live with them, even if you don't really know what's going on in their lives, it's not a partnership. Okay? So if you are not dealing with things, I'm going to just expand this, is that if you don't deal with your relationships with other people, like the energies that those brought up in you, the situation, the way you feel in your relationships with the people you've met, whether you're together in life or separate or you have no idea, what's going on. Anyway, It will affect even potentially good connections. You must deal with the energies and the people that you've associated with in your life. Okay. The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. This card has come to me a lot in moments where I was just like attached to someone. And it's like, the relationship is over. And I'm just like holding on to little strings of experiences I had with certain people. I'm like holding on to those little strings of love and those little beautiful experiences. And this comes to me like, the relationship is over. Get it over, or get it over with. Basically, get it over with. Get over it. No second chances. Like, you already know this ain't for you. You already know this ain't for you. You really just gotta make the decision, period. There's two sides of this. This is one last thing I'll say about this card, is there's two sides of this thing. Okay, it's like, we as humans, we can say, okay, I'm going to be in relation with you, whatever that looks like, however that is. That's often my approach to human relationships, is like, you and I are what we are. So, not forcing. Okay, not forcing things. You don't need to force things. If somebody don't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. So, let go. Let go of attachment. So, you can let go of somebody and still care about them and still like maintain relation with them. For me, okay, the way that that translates for me is that I care about you. I care about people that I've met. If I had any experience with you, I care about you. I don't know, that's just who I am. That's just how I am. I'm here to love you and to help you. Period. Some people hate me for that. Okay. Anyway, people can hate me, but my point is that I care about people. So anyway, you can maintain a relation as in like, you know, peace. Peace is the ultimate relation. Peace is the ultimate relation. Peace is the ultimate relation. Understand that what you do in your life, the way you talk to people in your life, your close circle, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your children, your boss at work, mostly the previous, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, children. Let's take it to family. Y'all, I'm gonna say we have messed up this society. Okay, there's sides to it. But like, I see that we do not a lot of people know how to maintain relationships anymore. It's like I'm not saying I'm not guilty of this. I think there's a time and a space to stay in your own world. Okay, let me focus on this. I think there's a time and a place to stay in your own world. There's a time and a place to stay in your own world. Sometimes we do need to understand what's going on in our own world. I think this is a one, I think it's a very important part of like the development of the character to just take a break. Like if you've been working a job since you could, I think this, okay, I'm speaking to the present time that we're at right now. I think it's very important to take a year at least. Or however long you feel, and to really focus on you and your world and why you're here. Okay? That means don't give all your time to a 9-to-5 job. Don't give any time to it. Focus on like your skills and your abilities and see the way that you could provide for yourself. Because quite frankly, going to a 9-to-5 job is not providing for yourself. What happens when you do not have that 9-to-5 job? What happens when you don't have that 9-to-5 job? Can you provide for yourself with who you are, with the skills that you have to offer? Okay? There's a time for that. There's a time now. I think I should do another video about this, but I really envision a world where we focus on community. At least that's the world I'm building. I can't be everybody's community. Like, I am not the community. The community is found in all of us. So sometimes people come to me like wanting me to be their community, which I'm a part. Anyway, that's like just me making sense of that in my head, because I honestly like am very like I absorb a lot of energy. Anyway, that's just something about me. I absorb a lot of energy, so sometimes being around a lot of people all the time, I'm just like, and that's me leading me back to my message is that I think it is a proper, especially in the world that we are living in with all this technology and so much stimulation, I think it is a proper thing to take space. In your relationship, take space. I knew a family that had like rooms. So like each of the spouse, each of like the husband and the wife, they both had like their own rooms. They had a room that they shared together and slept in the same bed together in this room, but they had separate spaces for like their space, you know, their sanctuary, whatever that may be. Maybe those places are going to look different, but we need we need space for individuality. That's what we need at this time. I think, at least in the community that I am most familiar with, and most acquainted with, I see a lot. Let's see. I see a lot of just like people pleasing. It's like the thing we're all talking about is like how to overcome people pleasing, at least in my community. And I know my community is like that largely because it's very religious and there's a very like tight stigma about the way you have to be. So when you look at any different than that, people look at you like you're an alien, and then they don't really understand. So I guess what I'm saying is just we have to escape out of this way of this way of I don't even know where I'm going with this. Yeah, my brain. My Mercury is in Pisces. For whoever understand what that means. This is life. This is being a human. Hand of cards. Take a chance. Risk. Being strategic. Options. Not showing hand. Gambling. Okay. Axe. Okay. Coming back. Okay. So this is gonna be my final message. A lot of messages have come through today, and I'm very grateful for that. I give thanks for that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the final message is going to be listen to yourself. Listen within. In the terms of relationships, listen to yourself. If your body is like freaking out around a certain person, don't ignore it. If you're having anxiety and you can't breathe because you're nervous and you're stressed and you're like, you feel like you can't be yourself, if you have anxiety because of that, when you're with a person that you are dating or when you're with somebody you are married to, please don't ignore yourself. Don't ignore your inner knowing. Yes, it can be a scary thing to end a relationship, but you know if a relationship is good for you. And we are not in a time when it's proper and necessary or even useful to sit in a relationship that is harming you, harming another person, and simultaneously harming your environment and the people around you. We don't need to do that any longer. We don't need to do that any longer. Learn to have first, this is my perspective on it, learn to first have respectful friendships with people. If you have respectful friendships with people in general, you will be able to navigate in moments when you need to end something that is not good for you. I'm gonna say it does not always take like a conversation, especially in like casual things, or like if you sorry guys, my mind. Yes, okay. Especially if like it's in casual things, or Mm-hmm. There we go. Trauma. That's called trauma, y'all. Trauma. Trauma and negative entities. Trauma and negative entities. Cut it off! If somebody is harmful to you, if somebody is operating from a evil energy, or if somebody is being operated by evil energies, you can say, okay, sorry, I don't need this physical connection. I don't need this physical connection. Whenever somebody has come into your energy field in an intimate way, whether it be physical, whether it be emotional or mental, you will need to take time to clear that energy emotionally and mentally and spiritually, because we affect each other. Now, for me, I always prefer to have a conversation. I'd love to have a conversation about where we're at, about how we feel. Like, I love that. I would do that all the time. But the true matter of the fact